Hi there guys, and welcome to the Watch channel. Okay, today's video is just about Seiko, and this topic was brought up as a result of the State of the Collection video that I did a couple of days ago, and somebody left a comment saying, hey, why have you not got any Seikos in your collection? I don't currently own any Seikos, but I have had many Seikos previously, and I've sold them all. I've had Grand Seikos, I've had SSBs, the quartz chronos, I've had Presages, Prospects, I've had Brightz, so the JDM models. I've had numerous Seikos, but like I say, I've got rid of them all, and brought up this sort of thing about Seiko that I feel not many people have addressed, and I'm really keen to understand what you guys think. So I've even made some notes, but let's start off with special editions. So I purchased the Black Series Turtle special edition about 3 or 4 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago. God knows how long ago it was, but I'll put a picture up now for you. And that, for those of you who remember or don't know, it was like a series of 3 different watches. I think they had a Samurai, a Turtle, and then they had a solar chronograph. And I purchased it from a boutique. It was about $650, something like that. A beautiful watch, really nice, nicely finished, lovely strap. I just loved the orange and the black. It was just cool. And it was a special edition. Now, that watch was like in massive demand. And again, the problem that you have with being a watch fan is, sometimes you make mistakes. And the mistake that I made was in selling that. But going back to special editions, that watch was a proper special edition from Seiko. It was limited in release. And like I say, it sold out. It's very difficult for people to get a hold of, and they actually rose in price. I think I sold mine maybe for a couple $100 more than I paid for it. And now, if you look on sort of Chrono 24, they sell well above what they originally sold for. But back as a special edition, like I say, it was $650 or something like that, maybe even $700. But they're just releasing special edition after special edition after special edition after limited edition, to the point now where it's, this stuff isn't special or limited in any way, shape or form. It's just Seiko churning out as much shit as they possibly can. You've got Save the Ocean, Save the Planet, this and that. You've got, the Noosa model. You've got limited editions for Thailand, which I owned in the Sumo range. Again, I'll put a picture up for you. Beautiful watch. But, now, you've gone from what maybe 4 or 5 years ago, where you used to get maybe 2 or 3 limited or special editions a year, to they're just pumping them out like month after month after month, and 2 or 3 at a time. I mean, you go and look on the Seiko boutique website and look at the special editions or limited editions. There's nothing limited at all. It's like half of the models out are supposed to be special or limited. It's like they think they've found this recipe for success, and that involves just calling everything a special edition and knocking out a dial variation or something. And it's just, it's too much. Seriously, just too much. Less is more sometimes, and especially with special editions or limited editions. Just fucking ease up on them, Just release them so that people can, fully take in what you're actually offering, rather than just pumping them out like as a, I don't know, like Skittles or something. That leads me on to the second part, so pricing. Again, go back to the good old days. Seiko built its brand and its reputation on delivering, a fair, well, sorry, not even a fair, an exemplary ratio of value versus the amount that you paid. And, it was like, you'd again, 4 or 5 years ago, you used to buy a watch from Seiko, say the Sumo, the Prospect Sumo, 6R15 movement in it. I think you could pick one up for maybe $600, and it was a good quality watch for that price. If you wanted something equivalent in Swiss, you'd be looking at maybe $2,000, something like that. The past few years, Seiko have, I know their pricing, it's like they've got a madman in control. They've just gone, you know what, we're going to start raising our prices. And there's nothing wrong with raising your price. I understand fucking everything costs more nowadays, doesn't it? Like, just when you talk about lettuces that sell for $4 or $5, you know, you can understand why watches maybe have gone up. But, you know, that's not what Seiko was about, and it's not what it should be about. And for me, and again, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this, but what I used to spend $700 on with Seiko is now going to cost me $1,500 to $1,800. And that's all very well and good if you're getting the same level of quality, but you're not. The feedback from people and retailers is that failure rates across the board for Seiko watches are much higher these days. You know, quality control, or the quality of the manufacturing of those Seikos, has now gone down whilst they've raised the prices. So anybody else see that or feel that that's... You know what, actually, does anybody agree? And more importantly, does anybody disagree? Because I'm really interested to see if this is just my own warped little view. But, you know, from what I'm hearing from a lot of other people, quality down the way, price up. Doesn't make sense, and it's certainly not what I would expect Seiko to have done. You know, talk about quality control. You know, I'll just tell you what, pop quiz, guys. If there is one common complaint about a Seiko watch, I'll give you 5 seconds to tell me what it is. Did anybody say bezel alignment? It's going to be, you know, issues sometimes, but those types of things are becoming, you know, commonplace, and dare I say it, for the brand, people are accepting that Seiko are renowned for that, and you know, that's not something that we should accept, and Seiko really need to take a good hard look at themselves with that. I think fundamentally it just comes down to the fact that in my view, Seiko isn't really today what it was founded on and what it was trying to deliver. You know, I mean, when you look at, say, a Seiko 5 now that will release, you know, for $600 retail, you know, it's got a 4-arm movement in it, which is nothing wrong with that. But, you know, Seiko 5, it was founded on those 5 principles. And I can't regale them all off the top of my head because I'm not that much of a watch nerd, but I can tell you that it was designed in and around the everyday man, the common worker, being able to afford a good mechanical watch that was, you know, built well and delivered that, you know, exemplary ratio of value. And we just don't get it these days with Seiko. You know, it's a bit of a shame. Anyway, guys, I'm keen to hear what you think. Like I say, I didn't want it to be a whinge about Seiko. It's not a beat-up. I just think it's just a strategy that I don't agree with, like with their pricing, and clearly their manufacturing has gone downhill. Only in my opinion, but like I say, I've heard it from others. So, yeah, keen to hear what you guys think. Like I say, let me know in the comments section what your thoughts are. But other than that, guys, I'll see you in a video very shortly. So if you do like the content, please do consider subscribing. Other than that, guys, catch you later, and thanks for watching. See ya.